More than 2,000 years ago, travelers from the Hellenistic world created the first list of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Today, only one of them, the Great Pyramid of Giza, still stands. The rest were lost to earthquakes, fires, and even violent mobs. Since then, people have made countless new lists to celebrate the most astonishing man-made marvels ever built. And now, here's our take, an epic list of the greatest man-made wonders on Earth. Burj Khalifa. A true marvel of modern architecture and engineering, the Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world, soaring an incredible 2,715 feet into the sky. Construction began with excavations in 2004 and took 6 years, officially opening in January 2010. At its peak, up to 13,000 workers were on site, raising a new floor in as little as 3 days. The building features 2 observation decks and even a sky-high restaurant and bar on the 122nd floor. But the most popular experience, heading up to the At the Top deck on the 124th floor for an unforgettable view from the top of the world. Neuschwanstein Castle. Straight out of a fairy tale, Neuschwanstein Castle was the dream project of the eccentric Mad King Ludwig II of Bavaria. With its soaring spires and romantic Romanesque revival style, this iconic structure actually inspired Walt Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle. Construction began in 1869, but tragically, Ludwig never got to live in it. He passed away in 1886, the very year the castle was completed. Nestled in the forests and mountains of South Bavaria, surrounded by glassy lakes, the setting of this castle is just as magical as the building itself. Ifugao Rice Terraces. Photographers, get your memory cards ready, because the Ifugao Rice Terraces on Luzon Island in the Philippines are absolutely picture-perfect. For over 2,000 years, the Ifugao people have cultivated rice on these hand-carved terraces that beautifully trace the curves of the Cordillera Mountains. The most famous ones are found near the town of Banaue, and what's truly incredible is that they were created without modern tools and are still in use to this day. It's a breathtaking blend of nature, culture, and ancient engineering. Abu Simbel. Among Egypt's most awe-inspiring monuments, Abu Simbel is home to 2 colossal rock temples carved into the mountainside along the western bank of Lake Nasser. Built during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses the Great in the 13th century BC, these temples were designed to glorify the pharaoh himself and his queen, Nefertari. In an incredible feat of modern engineering, the entire complex was relocated in the 1960s to save it from being swallowed by the rising waters of Lake Nasser, a massive reservoir created after the construction of the Aswan Dam on the Nile River. Abu Simbel stands as a breathtaking fusion of ancient power and modern preservation. Eiffel Tower. Named after its creator, Gustave Eiffel, this unmistakable iron structure is the very symbol of Paris, and a must-see for anyone visiting the French capital. Built between 1887 and 1889 as the grand entrance to the World's Fair, the Eiffel Tower rises to an impressive 324 meters. At the time, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world, a title it proudly held until the Empire State Building took over in 1930. Take the elevator to the top, and you'll be treated to a breathtaking view of Paris's elegant boulevards and beautifully arranged parks far below. Moai statues. Massive and mysterious, the Moai statues on Easter Island are truly iconic. Chances are, you've seen them in pictures, even if you didn't know their name. Carved by the Rapa Nui people between 400 and 1500 AD, there are over 800 of these towering monoliths scattered across the island, most of them facing inland rather than out to sea. The tallest weighs more than 80 tons, and each statue was carved from volcanic ash using basic basalt tools, taking almost a year to complete just one. Why were they built? Theories vary, from honoring important ancestors to the belief that the statues could improve the fertility of the land. One thing's for sure, their presence is unforgettable. Alhambra. Perched on the ruins of ancient Roman fortifications, the Alhambra is a stunning palace fortress located in Granada, Spain. Originally built in 889, it became a major stronghold during the Islamic rule of the Iberian Peninsula, especially in Andalusia, which was the Moors' last and longest-held territory. Today, visitors can wander through the ancient citadel, climb its historic watchtower, stroll through lush Moorish gardens, and marvel at the exquisite geometric patterns that adorn every surface. All of this beauty, set against the majestic backdrop of the Sierra Nevada mountains, gives Alhambra an almost mystical charm. St. Basil's Cathedral. Arguably the most iconic landmark in all of Russia, St. Basil's Cathedral is instantly recognizable with its colorful swirling onion domes rising from Moscow's legendary Red Square, commissioned by Ivan the Terrible. In 1555, this cathedral looks more like a whimsical fairy tale come to life, a riot of colors and unusual architectural styles that sets it apart from anything else in the country. Built to commemorate a military victory in Tatarstan, St. Basil's has since become a powerful symbol of Russia's cultural and historical identity. Golden Gate Bridge. Stretching across the Golden Gate Strait between San Francisco and Marin County, the Golden Gate Bridge is one of the most iconic suspension bridges in the world. Completed in 1937 after 4 years of construction, it held the record for the longest suspension bridge span at the time. Its striking red-orange color wasn't chosen just for looks. It was specifically selected to make the bridge stand out against the dense fog that often blankets the bay. Today, the Golden Gate Bridge stands as a powerful and globally recognized symbol of California. Leshan Great Buddha. The giant Buddha of Leshan is an awe-inspiring statue carved directly into the side of a cliff in western China. Construction began all the way back in the year 713 during the Tang Dynasty and took nearly 90 years to complete, thanks to the dedication of thousands of workers and sculptors. Standing at an incredible 233 feet tall, with fingers that measure over 11 feet each, this is the largest carved stone Buddha in the world. The Leshan giant Buddha has inspired countless poems, songs, and legends, and remains a powerful symbol of devotion and artistry to this day. Sydney Opera House. Celebrated as one of the greatest architectural masterpieces of the 20th century, the Sydney Opera House was designed by Danish architect Jørn Utzon to resemble a massive sailing ship. This iconic structure features multiple performance venues and hosts over 1,500 events every single year. Set against the breathtaking backdrop of Sydney Harbour and the Royal Botanic Gardens, the Opera House isn't just a cultural hub, it's one of Australia's most recognisable and beloved landmarks. Meenakshi Amman Temple. The Meenakshi Amman Temple is a stunning Hindu temple with origins tracing back to the 6th century. However, most of the current structure was rebuilt nearly 1,000 years later. Located in the ancient city of Madurai, one of South India's oldest cities, at over 2,500 years old, the temple is its most sacred and iconic site. Elaborate carvings cover both the interior and exterior, and the temple boasts 14 towering gopurams, each dedicated to a specific deity or figure. Originally unpainted, the statues adorning these towers have been gradually colored over time during festivals, resulting in the vibrant, eye-catching spectacle we see today. Himeji Castle. Himeji Castle is widely regarded as the finest surviving example of traditional Japanese castle architecture. Originally built for defense during Japan's feudal era, the castle has been rebuilt and renovated numerous times over the centuries, each time reflecting the architectural styles of different periods. Amazingly, it withstood the bombings of World War II and has since become a popular filming location, even appearing in international movies like the James Bond film You Only Live Twice. Its striking white exterior and elegant design resemble a bird in mid-flight, earning it the poetic nickname, the White Egret Castle. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. This world-famous landmark is instantly recognizable thanks to its dramatic 4-degree tilt, giving the impression that it's on the verge of collapsing. Standing just behind Pisa Cathedral, This stunning Romanesque-style bell tower began construction in the 12th century. But due to soft ground beneath one side, the tower started to lean, even before it was finished. It took a staggering 199 years to complete, and today, the slightly crooked 55.86-meter-tall tower draws millions of curious visitors from all around the world. Number 30. The Lalibela Churches. Built by King Lalibela as a New Jerusalem, the city of Lalibela in the Ethiopian highlands is home to 11 extraordinary monolithic churches. These awe-inspiring structures were carved directly into solid rock from the top down between the 7th and 13th centuries. An intricate network of tunnels and passageways connects the churches, making the entire site feel like a hidden world. Among them, the Church of St. George stands out as the most iconic, masterfully sculpted in the shape of a Greek cross. Towering up to 40 feet, its interior holds stunning religious artworks and radiates a mystical, timeless atmosphere.